Smooth, refreshing introduction into this week's Star Trek Adventures. Welcome back, everyone, to the 6th episode in our Shackleton Expanse adventures aboard the USS Lexington. We are far into this second mission of our intrepid heroes as I introduce them round the table. To my left, we have Niftox, Chief Medical Officer of Nifty Mittens, who also subscribes to this channel. What a man. So Niftox, Chief Medical Officer of the ship. To my right, we have Dave the Tholian. To my bottom right, we have one Bookar, the Chief Engineer Cation. And to my bottom left, we have Esteban, the joined Trill Science Officer Geologist / everything else. Gentlemen, how are we this fine evening? Are we ready to get back into our adventure and see what happens next after the thrilling conclusion, which I will describe in a moment? Are we ready?
We are.
Yes.
We are.
Are you ready, Idol?
I
I have a betting pool going on when I'm going to have to pull out an engineering roll and make you care out what remaining hair you have.
I've already decided I'm just going to make you pass. I'm going to make you pass engineering rolls without making you have to roll, just to elude you of the satisfaction. It's like, oh, no, you get to no. You just pass. It's fine. I'm half a bottle of wine in, so let's go. Right, so what happened last time?
You need to start every show like that. Right, I'm half a bottle of wine in, let's go.
All right, lads, let's go. It's like a darts game in the 90s. Okay, you guys successfully managed to go through various areas of this space station. You are on a space station in the middle of a star system of which name I have forgotten, but you are there. The Ithic are the local natives of the planet nearby Abyss Station as well. So Abyss Station, home to Talar, the science officer who went, her crew went missing, and she has now also gone missing after you managed to chase her off the station, revealing that she was a little bit nefarious. You followed her over to the alien station, where you saw her on a security camera feed with two of the other Ithic natives from the nearby planet, which is quite inhabited. There is also a black hole nearby, causing all sorts of disturbances, but you are inside this neutronium-protected space station. You adventured around and you found various rooms. You landed your Galileo-type shuttle onto a pad and entered a hallway containing 8 different rooms. You went into some of the rooms. You went into a museum room where you found different items, including a baseball, which I believe Esteban has, including a Roomba, which you guys didn't take, which I'm still sad you didn't, because there's all sorts of fun you can have with a Roomba. You also saw inscriptions on the walls of different languages of different cultures. So you saw, Human Federation Standard saying essentially human, Klingon saying Klingon, Andorian saying Andorian in their local languages, including
Esperanto saying Esperanto.
Exactly, yes. And including some you didn't recognize as well. You went into hallway, the
Also
hallway
Esperanto.
room. These 8 rooms were all named different things, and you found the ruins of a hallway. Looked like it had been through a serious explosion, but you couldn't get to the other side. But these pieces of debris were constructed around neutronium, so non-explodable and very hard, very solid things. You went into information, you found the details of the map. You went into energy and you found a room surrounded by sparks and electricity with a podium in the middle and a very unanimated member of the crew, which you named VADE, to carry on the Dave obsession you guys have had. So you managed to rescue VADE from the energy room by using some of Niftox's
Medical gel, wasn't
medical gel. Yeah, I was trying to think of what it was. Non-conductive medical gel to seal up, and I think, Bookar, you went and sealed up the energy portal, taking our Lieutenant VADE to back to the shuttle and sort of placing him outside because you didn't want Lieutenant Charles to get anywhere near him. He was happily sitting inside the shuttle singing Delilah and reading Niftox's notes on osmotic eels. You also went into another information room, which didn't do a lot for you, just had a computer terminal in it. I believe... So hang on, I'm trying to remember now. Actually, one you found the map in. What did you find in the other one? There were
Information,
Wasn't there a description of this station.
That's right. Yes. No. You found a description of like the black hole. I'm trying to remember. Actually, did I describe that? Have I skipped ahead? Did you actually go into this information room? That's a good question. Have I just spoilt it for you? Maybe I have.
Wasn't there a transcript of like communications between Talar and
That's
the
right.
Ithic
You
or something
found
like that?
yes. That's right.
Yeah.
You found the monitor on the wall where you
Yeah.
saw Talar and the 2 Ithic. Yes. No. That's right.
Yeah,
We're
that's
there.
what it
Yeah,
was.
that's it.
You went
Yeah,
into
we
the
did do that.
dog room where you found a large rhino-sized Horizon Zero Dawn-esque robot, which you managed to distract and stick a tricorder up its exhaust port and tame the beast. You managed to shut it down and recover its consciousness, which is currently sitting on Booka's tricorder. You managed to also recover one of the large cannons from the beast as well, which I believe Esteban is holding.
I am.
You decided to investigate the. You've got 2 rooms left. You had Lagrange and you had reproduction. You decided to go investigate reproduction. Once you came into the room, 2 of you walked in there. First off was Bocca walked in and you saw 3 large cylindrical objects in the middle of the room, which were tubes, which had an entrance to them. Once Bocca went into the room, one of the tubes activated and an identical replica of Bocca came out. The same happened to Tholi and Dave. An exact replica came out, but as they lurched into the room, you did your scans and you found these were very much zombified, and they are currently lurching towards you, drooling and groaning and doing the zombie thing. You have 4 momentum. Oh, hang on. Sorry. There we go. You have 4 momentum. The show is yours, gentlemen.
How much threat do you have?
I'm not telling you that.
Too much.
You did pay me something.
Entirely too much.
I have threat.
I paid him like 2. I think he's got
Okay.
2.
So, as they're lurching towards you, I'm going to give you each an thing you can do in whatever order you choose, and then we're going into combat.
Before we combat, gentlemen, quick weapons check. What are we all holding again? I've got my mobile
I think I've got a
agonizer.
standard. Oh my god! I can't believe we still have that.
Yeah.
Did we pay momentum or pay threat to take extra stuff with us? Because I know I took explosives, and
I
did
think you
Dave
did that at the
take
start,
a
didn't
rifle?
you?
Yeah,
Well,
Dave
I
take
had a phaser rifle, and I think I'm also carrying the big gun off the dog.
I have the gun. I think.
Oh, do you? Okay.
But I can give it to you, probably. But you have the phaser rifle, so
I
you
will
probably
note
can't have a rifle.
These big guns, when you took them off the dog, are currently uncharged. You will need to charge them. They are in
Right.
I think you said they had 1 shot, didn't you?
Did
Yeah,
I?
I think you did.
Okay, you got 1
Yeah,
shot.
One
basically
opportunity?
1 shot.
I think
Yeah.
I may
They
have
have
said
to
that. I did try and
recharge it.
listen to the last of the ones because I've forgotten all the minute details I wrote down. But yes, yeah, okay.
Right.
Let's say you got 1 shot, and I'll give you an option to recharge if you can figure out a way of doing that with exclusive roles. But I believe, Stars, you disassembled your phaser to distract VADE, which is the name of the robot dog.
Yeah.
I still had the phaser grip, but I used up the power pack.
So
yeah.
you not got the power pack.
You
You
picked up
just
the
got
power pack.
Red alarm!
Hey,
what's
red
going
alarm! Red alarm!
I think so.
I'm pretty sure he picked up the power pack afterwards, but it's not charged.
Yeah,
Oh, I think it's mangled, is what it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he
okay.
that's right. Yeah.
Question: Can the people, those of us that didn't go into the room, so Niftox and me, can I see into the
You
room
can see
through
it,
the
yes.
like?
The
Okay,
doorway
so
is
I can.
open. It's only when when these 2 seem to step in that the machines activated and duplicated them.
Do you think that the 2 that are in the room should retreat into the hallway so
Oh, and also
we
as a
can
note,
try to draw them out?
I'm going to be helping you as little as I can because I realized I was listening back to the other one. I was like talking for a lot of it and saying, "Well, you've got this and that and this and that," and you were like, "Oh, okay, let's do that and that." So this time, I am yielding the floor. I am taking a step back. This is entirely on you.
All
I'm
right.
just going to tell you the stuff you can't do.
What do you guys want to do strategically?
My first thought is I don't have a phaser, so I should probably back up. And I feel like Niftox should give them a scan and see what details we can get off of them.
That would require Nifty stepping into the room with the
Nifty
duplicate.
actually did already
They're
do a
probably gonna be
scan
following
last
us.
episode, so you'd
Right.
already done the scan. That's where
Okay.
you found out they were lifeless and zombified.
Okay, right.
Well, if they're
Is there
lifeless
any
and
reason for
zombified,
us- Yeah.
I was going to say, do we not just shoot them?
I would like to shoot them with my big gun, please.
Oh, I don't know. I think we saved the big gun.
All right, fine, I'll throw an explosive then. Explosives work on zombies. We're not going to blow a hole in the station because it's made of neutronium. It's only going to blow up them and the zombie tubes that make more zombies.
Does anybody
That
happen
has
to be
nothing
carrying
to
a
do.
baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it?
I have a base wall.
Oh my
You
god,
do.
my Dave's music!
So
Okay, so
shoot them.
I have 2 explosives, so I think that if we use one and it doesn't work, I can still hold on to the other one, and we still have the big gun in reserve.
I mean, I don't know if we should be just like killing these things outright. Like, I know that they're
Okay,
going.
Starfleet.
Yeah, that's the uniform you're wearing, asshole. I don't know if you remember.
Can Bakar
Love you,
possibly
Jules.
use his amazing engineering skills to create some sort of a force field across the doorway? And we could step out of the doorway and activate such force field. Keep them
But what-
contained in the
what are we
room.
in this room again?
This is
I was
reproduction.
exploring. Yeah.
this is
So,
reproduction.
like, if we lock ourselves out of the room with a force field, what are we not having access to that we want?
The reproduction tubes.
Which I guess it's just that.
You're not wrong. I just wish I hadn't made them cylinders now.
Time to
Tubes.
conduct a
Reproduction
vasectomy.
tubes.
You could tie them up.
Because yeah, if we can simply seal this room off and never have to worry about it, that's great.
I don't know.
I feel like we might need this room at some point, but can we not deal with that one? Cross that bridge when we get to it, or I don't know. We need these zombies are lurching towards us. Are they going to want to eat our brains? They're not proper zombies, are they?
We don't know.
We don't know. Like, so you know what? The reason why I don't immediately say let's waste these fools is because, like, so far the impression I've been getting in this place is that it's like a test for us more than anything else. Like, it's not an actual space
Rats in a
station.
maze.
Yeah, we're being tested on various stimuli of like how we react to this situation, how we react to that situation. And if your first impulse upon seeing a newly created life form, even if it doesn't seem a little bit violent, is to just waste it, that feels like we're putting up a bad first impression. So can we not just stun them?
We can stun them.
All right, fine. I'll turn my cannon to stun.
I'm afraid your cannon does not have
Your
a stun
baseball
option.
to stun.
I like Auto's suggestion. We should try and make a rudimentary lathe.
I'll get right on it.
Well, we could always step out into the hallway, close the door, and see if they come out.
See if they know how to work handles.
So here's
Well,
the
it's
thing
not
about
many
the
doors,
doors.
isn't it? I
The
assume.
one thing I've
Maybe
never actually
I don't-
described how the doors open. The doors are
Oh.
vertical and they go straight up.
Oh, that's
And
just
so
asking
far-
for somebody to get chomped in the middle and split in half.
So far, of all the rooms you have been in, none of the doors have closed behind you.
Okay.
Idle. So you said what did I reveal with my scan again? Besides
They
that there
are
is some
zombified.
sort of...
Essentially, they are missing the part of the brain that makes decision making. I believe cognitive judgment or the cognitive sort of center, and they are literally just lurching forward. You know you've heard the horrible stories, and I actually hate these things. The fungus that gets inside ants and insects and grows
cordyceps,
them and
yeah.
causes
Oh,
them to
God,
go
yeah.
to really high places and sprouts out their heads. It's literally the most horrible thing. I hate it. That's kind of what you can see inside there, but you cannot determine a cause for the movements or any kind of infection from your scans reveal that they are identical to their copies. However, they are acting in a strange manner, but biologically they are the same.
So if we're feeling somewhat... Wait, and these are copies? Right?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. So we could try to stun one and see about later, medically examining it to see if there's like a cure for all of these mirrored copy things. We could
need,
shut the door like we were saying and just kind of ignore them and lock them in. Or
We
could
need
kill
one of
them all.
those We need one of those headpieces like they have in Spock's brain, so we can remote control them.
Or
Getting
the
them
Magnificent Ferengi
Or like-
with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I think we need to start working on a plan. My thought is I haven't got a phaser, so I'm jack useless here. So what I'll do is I'll back up.
Oh, but you've got your
And
engineering
I need-
tricorder.
No, I don't. That's got VADE on it. That's
Oh,
back
shit,
at the
that's
show.
right, okay. I think you can still
Yeah,
use it.
yeah.
Okay.
So I am intentionally gimping myself just for you, Idol. So don't. So
You
take
think of
the
nicest
blessing
things.
where it comes.
So close to my birthday.
Yeah, I
Tom.
know. So what if I back up and I start trying to work on fashioning some kind of rudimentary not a rudimentary lathe, but a force field emitter, or just some kind of like repulsive field emitter, just like to keep them back. By
Okay.
us.
While you do that, I shall step in front of you to protect you.
What are you? Okay, how are you going to make this rudimentary force field? Because I'd like a little bit of
I
logic.
would
to
have an
this.
engineering toolkit.
Okay. But I'm thinking very
And I
practically.
would
You want to make an energy source that covers a vertical plane. How are you going to do?
Well,
that?
how fast are they moving? Like, are they like are
About
they
a mile
walking?
per
Or are they
hour,
stumbling?
a zombie lurch towards you, 1 mile per hour. You know, foot dragging behind them, generally heading in the direction of yourselves.
Mm. And there's nothing in the hallway that I could use to try and fashion some kind of. I'm basically thinking of like, you know, like the little tractor beam emitter that Wesley had in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically, I want to create that, but repulsive. Like,
You will
force.
need to use your own tools. If you can think of
Okay.
something that you've
Do
got.
you want me- let me have a look at what's in my
Auto's made a
toolkit.
suggestion in chat. You can jury rig a comm badge like Worf did in Fistful of Datas.
Wasn't that a personal shield rather than a? And didn't that follow
We don't have
holodeck rules as
amplify it
well?
then,
I
I
think
don't
there
know.
was some holodeck shenanigans in that as well, wasn't there?
Oh, maybe.
Let me have a look and see what's in my toolkit. I'm sure I've got some bullshit. Where's the rule book?
I mean, if they're only walking at sort of standard low zombie pace,
Mm.
surely we can just slowly meander away and leave them to it.
Or even quickly wander away and go to the other room.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're not going to catch us whatever we're doing.
Unless they're like horror movie monsters, which just walk fast and always catch you.
We're not talking 28 days later. This is more like Dawn of the Dead, so you're okay.
This is like Romero zombies, not like
Yeah.
printing zombies.
Frantic planning.
I wish you would have.
This is what happens when I don't
I'm
railroad you.
just-
You're like, oh, hang on.
Well, this is the tabletop experience, my man.
Yeah.
Very good.
Have we scanned the room completely? Like we know exactly what's in it. There's nothing like that could be there that we haven't seen
And
yet.
the zombies, not the rest of the room. We only visually can see that there's those three
Yeah, so
reproductive
we know there's
cylinders.
zombies and there are reproduction tubes. But like, have we determined that that's all that's in the room, or have we simply
Yeah,
like,
can,
oh shit,
yeah,
we've
because I'm
seen
in
it?
the room, right? Can I see anything more before I back out?
There are only the 3 tubes that you can see. They are planted in the middle of the room.
Reproductive tubes.
You can't see behind them, but there is a gap area. You know, you can walk around them if you wanted to.
Are they 3 in a row or is it like a triangle?
3 in a row.
Vertically or horizontally?
That way.
Yeah, is it beer pong? Can we call for a re-rack?
Yes, I would like a triangle, please.
Yes, but
Did
you've got to
the,
put the
did
black
the
tube
English
in the
know
middle.
about beer pong?
Have you chalked your cue?
Beer pong? I thought you were talking about pool or snooker.
Ah.
No, the re-rack term comes from pool and snooker.
Yeah.
Billiard games, but no. Anywho, back to this.
Hmm.
So, like, do
No,
we
more
feel like
pool.
Guys, it's
Like,
been half an hour and we haven't even
what's-
rolled anything yet. Like, guys, what's
I know,
going on?
right? So, okay,
Can I please
I'm
shoot them?
itchy to give you a roll.
like, what are we thinking here, guys? Is this room a red herring, or is there
There's nothing
something
for us here at the moment.
like? Is there something
Alright.
here we need? What's this room for? Otherwise,
What is it for?
A bit
All right.
of-
Either I shoot them or throw an explosive, or we walk away to the other room and see if they follow us, and then we deal with them if and when they catch up to us.
I mean, we've all got, or most of us have a weapon on us, so we can essentially just leave them to do what they're going to do, and if they become a threat, we can stun or kill or maim in some way.
Shoot to kill.
So I vote we leave them to it and carry on with what we're doing.
Let's just leave.
Can we try to
Bye,
close the door?
Ah!
Have fun storming the castle.
Idle, you
Okay.
said that the doors have not automatically closed on us, but is there anything stopping us from just trying to close the door behind us?
The door has
Yeah,
gone
is there a control?
above the. There's no controls. They are motion sensor, but the door has gone above the sort of the lip of the doorway. So it is up there somewhere. You may have to spend some time pulling it down with somehow if you wanted to do that.
All right. Let's just walk away from the slow-moving zombie duplicates of the two of us. All right. We're leaving.
Okay.
Bye.
You have left. Hold on. You solved
What's
my
the other
puzzle.
room?
Just leave. God damn it. No, not really. Okay, the last room you've got is Lagrange.
I
So are
say
they
we
following
enter
us, or-
Lagrange.
Oh yeah, but we'll see how far they get.
Yeah,
you guys
we're going
carry
to
on.
look. Let's
I'll let you know when things happen.
go to Lagrange, and someone will be the rear guard, pointing a large, weapon or explosives at them as we go towards Lagrange.
If ZZ Top aren't in here playing Lagrange,
Hey, three guys.
I'm
with
going to be
red hot beards
disappointed.
inside.
Yeah.
Who? Okay. What exactly are you doing? Who's doing what? Who's watching point? Who's going into Lagrange? Or are you all going in? What are you doing?
Well, I guess I'll take point since I'm security chief.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I shall enter said room.
Alright.
Can I
Good.
hand my hand phaser to Boca so he has a weapon,
I'll take
because
it.
he doesn't currently
Yeah,
have
go for
a
it.
working weapon, and I have explosives and a big cannon. I don't think I need my hand phaser right now.
Okay, so as Tholi and Dave enters Lagrange, the doors open and you see Tholi and Dave walk in. As he walks in, you see the other door. You see the Molcar zombie start to shuffle out. So he is now at the perimeter of the door. As the other door opens into Lagrange, you see a lot of swirling debris in the room. Various rocks, all sort of swirling around the room as if floating in midair, but all orbiting various things, orbiting each other, going around and sort of shifting around a sort of central point. And you can see that there are some large rocks, some small rocks. Almost, your eye catches it and almost looks a little bit astronomical, as if you're watching like real meteors and real planetary objects swirling around in this debris. And in the middle of the debris is an object.
So I'm curious. Do we feel any kind of gravitational disturbance inside the room?
As you walk into the room, you don't at the moment, but bear in mind, Tholi and Dave has only just walked into the room.
Can I hand him my mangled power pack so we can throw it in and see
Sure.
if it gets affected by the gravity?
Yeah, I'll let you do that for free. That's fine. So as Tholi and Dave, as you throw the mangled power pack, you watch it go up to one of the asteroids and orbit it, and then slingshot round and head to another piece of debris, and then slingshot round and go to another one. If you've ever played Mario Galaxy, imagine that kind of
Okay,
effect. That kind of orbital mechanics kind of thing. But you see it, and it starts to drift. It doesn't seem to stop. It seems at a certain area, the laws of friction, the laws of thermal dynamics don't seem to apply within the certain part of this room. Yeah. Is it thermal dynamics? No,
Question.
what's the phrase? It's not the law of friction. The law of
Laws of
motion.
motion.
Yeah, law of motion.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. There is it is frictionless at a certain point.
We're all still in EV suits, aren't we?
Yes.
Mag boot, and then just walk.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll just give you a scale of these asteroids as well. They're not too big. They're probably people sized. Sorry, don't mean to be human centric here for the aliens among you. Actually, there's no humans.
Yes,
Well,
how dare you?
Super.
I'm highly offended.
They are average humanoid-sized rocks. Certainly not enough to sort of walk on. The room itself is about, I would say, the size of a small hall. What you are seeing is very much not on the same galactic scale, but more sort of a human scale, but playing out in the same gravitational motions as it would had these several asteroids and bits of debris had a bit more mass. Like I say, Mario Galaxy is probably like the best example of the kind of motion you're looking for in terms.
Oh wait, so there's no like walkway from the doorway to that object in the middle, no?
No, you are currently flat and you are looking up to the object. The object is in the middle of all these debris hovering in. Sorry, I should have been more clear on that. Hovering in midair, somewhere in the middle of this debris.
But there's no floor for this room.
There is a floor, yes, and you are currently at the bottom of it, looking up.
Right. How tall is the room?
I'd say
Can we tell?
sort of this hallway. Imagine something like if you've been to sort of one of the sort of mid to large gig rooms, or like a Christian church hall kind of thing, church or that kind of place. You know, it's big but not enormous.
See, the fact that this room is called Lagrange, and Lagrange is the center point between two gravitational forces. So, like between the halfway point between Earth and the Sun is the Lagrange point, where gravity can't pull either way because the effect is equal.
You get suspended, yeah.
So that's seemingly what's kind of happening to this debris in the room as well. So is this Lagrange point man-made, as it were, or is it being made, or is it a natural thing that this station is being built around?
Like an artificial quantum singularity powering a rocket ship.
Yeah. There is a black hole nearby, which has massive gravitational forces. Could it be creating a Lagrange point with something?
It'd have to be a pretty small singularity if it's not. If we can stand here, sorry.
Can we scan the thing in the middle?
Yeah, I think scan is a good idea.
Give me
a tricorder that bitch.
Someone give me insight science difficulty 2.
I should
apply traits more. I should do more traits.
Insight
I've got
and science.
Oh no! Do you know what? It's a lot of gravitational distortions around here. That's going to make things more difficult. Difficulty 3.
Right,
the trait is
14.
Gravitational distortions.
I also have a 14. Do you have any? I do have a focus in astrosciences that I think could apply, which might make me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. You also have 4 momentum, just to make you aware.
Yeah. Does anyone mind if I grab a?
This feels fairly important. I say go for it.
So you're scanning the middle.
All right, so 3 dice. I've got a 14. I've got a focus that applies, so that brings the crit range up to 5. And let me see if I have a talent that might.
Can I assist?
Hang on, my son's calling me. 1 second.
No worries.
I don't really have any talents that might apply. Nifdox was asking if he can assist me my scanning.
Sure, but how? Because you're one person doing a scan.
He's going to interpret my results as I'm getting them.
Okay. Bearing in mind you are a medical person, how do you feel you can contribute to the result gathering on this?
Medicine is literally.
I am being harsh here. I am deliberately being a little bit more awkward here.
All right.
Because I don't want to give you guys as many free passes as I have.
All right.
Well, with my excellent skill in counseling, I will be able to really talk to him, to look deep inside and see that learning that he has. You know, it's a stressful situation, but I'm able to kind of keep him calm.
Previous to this, you guys have sat down and been having some counselling sessions where you think, I don't think I'm as good an astro engineer as I used to be. Yes, you can. We just got to really knuckle down. So you're really focusing on those counselling therapy sessions you've had.
It's a stressful situation.
That's fine.
You know.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
One assist die. 5.
I got 0 successes.
Oh, so only 1 success.
Ouch.
So You actually cannot determine what this object is. There is too many gravitational distortions as the debris flies around. It's obscuring any sensor data you can get of this object.
Well, shit.
Okay. I've got a question.
One other thing. As you've done that, Zombie Boka has now shuffled out of the room, is 1 foot closer, and you see Zombie Dave, Tholian Dave, now coming out of the room. They are getting closer.
Okay, so I have a thought, right? This entire room is a complex interplay between gravitational points, right? And as we saw with the power pack, they follow a specific interaction, and is a relatively easy to plot, trajectory that they will follow, because gravity and how it interacts is very easily mapped, right?
Have you guys
I'd
ever
say
heard
so.
of the three-body problem?
Yes, you've been talking about it very much.
I know Craig.
Yes, the interaction between gravitational bodies, yes. So, we're 23rd century scientists. With my knowledge of gravitational stresses and how they interact with objects in space, which I would need to know given that I am an engineer on a starship, and my science officer's capability in astrosciences, would we be able to plot the exact sort of... Because what I'm thinking is, if we jump, or you get a boost up, presumably we will fall into the gravitational trajectory, and we just need to work out what direction to go into and how to alter our trajectory to get to the middle point. Surely,
I was kind of hoping you would say
like following a slipstream.
Because when you do that, I can play this. Okay, that's enough for copyright reasons. Yes, absolutely. I will absolutely allow you to do that. Because that was kind of my hope for this. So what do you want to do? You want to map the plot? You want to plot the map
I want
first?
to plot exactly, because I feel like this is a pretty easy thing. Gravity is a constant. It's literally a fundamental force of the universe. This should be child's play for me and a talented science officer to just work it out using a tricorder.
Fantastic. Okay, no, I love this. This is great. Since it's going to be 2 of you, and I'm going to still apply the trait of the gravitational distortions and the fact, you are now a little bit of stress after being stalked by the zombies. We're going to make this Insight and Science, and I'm going to make it so fun, I'm going to make it difficulty 4. Insight and Science for the both of you. Who wants to be primary?
I would argue I should be able to use engineering for this.
No, why?
Because I mentioned, as I said,
Engineering
am
applies
an
to
expert.
repairing, not necessarily mapping gravity.
Engineering calculations and the gravitational stresses on a starship.
You're not going to.
Yeah,
work.
as an actual engineer, I can tell you that I did a lot of this type of physics in engineering, in my education.
Ooh.
Okay, let me put it to you like this: you are not putting a starship around this gauntlet of gravitational knowledge. You are putting a
body that
flesh and bone body.
Measure. Yeah, but I know how much I weigh. I can use that information.
Very self-conscious.
Numbers are still numbers. Constants are still constants.
Ooh.
Variables are still variables.
Have you
Just
got?
because the body that is interacting with the gravitational forces is a lot smaller than the starship doesn't change the fact that it's still a body being operated on by gravitational forces.
And I can confirm that stars in the cells are much nicer than the standard starship.
Oh, thank you.
All right, fine. Since he complimented you, I'll give it for that.
All right.
So and because the zombies are approaching you, I'm going to increase the crit range to 19.
That's fine. Esteban, do you have... What's your role in this? Yours would be Insight and Science, right?
I'm a 14.
Cool. What would I be rolling then, either, if I'm allowed to use engineering? Would it be like Reason, or...?
No, it's still going to be Insight and Science. You're still looking to map. You're looking to analyze something.
Yeah, but I literally just asked you if I could use engineering. And you said yes.
Yeah, it was using science, not engineering. You're using Insight and Science, not Reason and Science. So we're using Insight. You are using you're not reasoning or bargaining or trying to establish something. You are using your knowledge and your insight.
Yes. I was asking about using the engineering part.
Yeah. We're talking about engineering.
We are talking about
science.
engineering, but we're using science because gravity is essentially a science. I've allowed you the
GM
engineering
has
focus,
spoken.
but we are having science here.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about an engineering focus. I was talking about using engineering as a skill.
Oh, right. No. Oh, God, no. No, it's science. I
Oh,
thought you were using engineering as a focus.
I don't have engineering as a focus because
Well,
that was
there we
too
go.
broad of a
You
focus.
can't use that. No, it's
That would mean I would be able to apply it to anything I do.
Exactly. No, it's science. Insight science, that is the role.
All right, Esteban, you take on this. Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
I would still like to apply my focus in astro sciences because
Yep, that's fine.
and Boca is going to assist then in this case.
My science is garbage, so no.
Oh.
I'd be rolling a 10, so
Oh, all right.
I thought
So that
engineering
would
was a
be.
science.
Then I can still
I can
still
just leave
assist
if you want.
in the same way I assisted before. You even just said it's stressful. He really needs my counseling now.
You do have Oh no, it's Esteban that has the trill knowledge. Sorry, I'm getting confused between the two.
Yes. I am going.
Sure.
I would like to use my talent in joined, and I have many more.
It's 3 times you've used that now.
Right, but
13 hosts. I remember this.
Right. Yes. This prior. Actually, I think that just gives me a trait. Oh, focus. I don't want that. Okay. Can I? Let's see. All right. So I'm going to. And we have what, 3 momentum? Can I buy 2 dice? Do you guys mind if I just empty us out?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, 4 dice. I think with a applicable focus and a 14, I think we have a chance here.
Was astro sciences, wasn't it?
All right,
no
here
talents?
we go.
You want to boost your talents? Oh no.
I don't have any talents that apply.
Okay.
All right.
I am assisting, right? You're still allowing
Yeah.
my
I'm allowing
amazing
this.
talent
That's
point.
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
3.
You got A3?
A3. Yeah, I only rolled 1.
Okay. I got 5 successes.
Oh wow!
Nice,
Okay,
there you go.
So 6 successes. You are maxed out
Yeah.
momentum. You smash it. You plot the exact trajectory whether each of these, any object that goes in this gravitational field, you notice that it has a perfect symmetry around each one of these each one of these pieces of debris. As you track the power pack as it floats around, you realize over each piece of debris it orbits it perfectly before going on to the next one, and one of the rotations swings right through the middle, nearly colliding with the object in the middle. So it is possible for you to track and jump into, or if you want to jump into that, there is a perfect path. Should you want to do that, however, of course.
Oh, can we jump? Can we jump?
I'm sorry, I want to jump into it.
All right, let's Dave jump.
As you've done that scan, sorry, who was on point? It was Dave, wasn't it? Dave, he is
Dave.
now. Zombie Bokar is now about 4 feet away from you. Tholian Dave is not. Zombie Tholian Dave is not far behind him. If
Okay.
we go for another turn, we will be entering combat at that phase, unless you want to initiate combat now. In which case, we can do a combination of you solving this puzzle and combat. Depends on how you want to play it. You've got another turn before combat happens, or another action. Sorry, should I say? After that, yeah, we will be entering we'll roll to dice for initiative. Woo!
So Dave went in the room first, and I think I was the one who's behind because he's point meaning
you're on point.
Yeah.
I was on point.
No, you're on point. No, Dave was on point because you guys have been in the room analysing the debris. So Dave is definitely at the back. He went in first, and I think you guys all sort of swapped around a little bit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
That's fair. He went in first and then stayed at the door while we went in.
Yeah.
I went in, made sure the room was safe, and then I've secured.
all right.
Watch our 6.
Should one of us who are in the room kind of jump into the gravity and see if that takes us up towards the item in the middle and see what it is? Take a tricorder along the way, see if you can take a look at it.
Do a flyby
the
scan.
item itself is only said big.
Oh, yeah, that's like you can put that in your pocket.
Big pockets. Okay, who's jumping in?
What kind of role would you have us do to do anything
jump?
there?
I would
Do a
say
jump.
science person.
Do you know
I
what?
think jumping is just something you can do.
Yeah, but if you want to scan the item, I
And,
think
there's
that's
one thing
science.
throwing something into the gravitational anomaly. It's different when you've got a will of your own. It's going to be daring and con is the roll. I'll.
Con.
Oh yeah, gotta be con. We don't use con enough.
I got a 9.
14.
Oh,
I have a
You're
9
not
as
in
well.
the room though.
But I'm watching the 6. If they
you walk
attack
into
us,
the
we need
room, then
security at
we
the back.
will. No, if you walk into the room, I'll allow you to walk into the room and do the jump before, but it will be combat next turn. I'll allow you to sort of run, and they're obviously because they're
All right.
lurching.
If he goes into the room, can I, kind of take point then with my
Sure.
large weapons and explosives? Yeah.
Is this what you're doing? So you're doing okay. Daring and con difficulty 3, please.
Okay.
We got a bunch of
What did I
momentum.
say that was?
You've
14.
got
have
so
good
much
All the
momentum.
momentum.
Yeah, so we're doing momentum, so I'll get 3 dice, yeah?
Correct.
You should, at least one, yeah. If you fail, he'll probably have you hit your head on one of the rocks or something.
Maybe take 2?
Do you have any focuses that would apply? Or
I think
Extracurricular or something? Didn't you
Zero
have?
gravity training, sir.
Hazardous environments, I believe.
Oh, that's definitely a
I
hazardous
have
environment.
hazardous environments, and I have 0G combat.
0G combat absolutely applies.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so I have a focus in 0G combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you taking the extra
Which we
two
use.
extra dice for 2 momentum?
Yeah, I'd say take at least one.
Lost a dice. Yeah, okay, I'll do 1, and then
Okay,
with the
do that.
focus as well, we're going to be...
Cool.
Right, okay.
What did you say the difficulty
What's
was?
What's your crit range?
It's definitely a number.
Okay, excellent. What's your discipline for con?
Discipline for con is 2. So
Okay.
it's 2 and 12. Yeah.
Helps a little bit, I guess. All right. Should we have him grab another die since it's
Have you
not a
rolled?
huge
Well, I think we're good. I've already rolled. I
Okay,
think we're
if you've
good.
already
Oh.
rolled, we can't do any more, so that's fine. What'd you
All right.
get?
I've rolled 3 dice, and I have a 2 4s and a 12.
All right, that'll do.
Oh yeah,
That'll
that's
do
fine,
nicely.
perfect. Excellent. So,
Excellent jump.
with an amazing prowess, not often seen by the blockier Tholians, you weave your way. It's like it's in the natural environment. You weave your way like kind of a squid. If you can imagine a squid with like your
I
tendrils
do have
floating out
several
behind
legs.
you.
Yeah.
You weave your way through this pattern of gravitational anomalies, and as you float past the object, you manage to grab it before weaving your way back and landing. As soon as your, feet, you have
Appendages.
appendages. As soon as your appendages, thank you, Doctor. As soon as your appendages touch the floor, all the lights go red, and you realise the object you are holding is a completely flush cube, exactly a cube, nothing more, no patterns, no inscriptions, nothing else on it other than it being a cube. Now, Zombie Bokar is now within 1 foot of... Who was on point? Sorry, was it? It was you. He's now 1 foot in front in front of you. Zombie Tholian Dave is now straight behind him. We are now going to enter combat phase. Please, everyone roll me... I need to write this down as well. Please, everyone roll me a d20 and tell me your results.
17.
Hang on.
8.
Esteban.
18.
Bokar.
And 14.
Sorry, Bokar, what did you get?
18.
18. Dave, what did you get?
8.
You got 8. And Niftox?
14.
14. And I just need to do one more. Okay. Okay. First up in the order is Zombie Dave. He is... Let me just actually write down the order of this.
Tholian Dave.
Sorry, just so I know. Right. First up in the order is Zombie Dave. He's behind Zombie Bokar, so he is just going to come and walk or shuffle, dragging one of his many appendages behind him, and he is now level with Zombie Bokar, and that is going to be his action for now. Next up is Regular Dave. You have now landed. You have this cube in your hands. All the lights have now gone red.
And 2 zombies are stood in front of me.
They're not in front of you. They're in front of everyone else. You're still in the room doing your flyby.
Okay.
They are now in front of everyone else in the room.
I've landed, haven't I? My
You
feet
have
are on
landed.
the floor.
You are now on the floor, free from the gravitational anomaly.
So I guess I should move towards defending the rest of the crew since
Okay.
I'm.
And just a reminder as well, you get a move action and you get like a major action. So a minor and major action, move is a minor action, and then like a major action will be something like shoot or anything that requires sort of larger expenditure, like a roll or something like that.
So I'll move to defend the rest of the crew,
Mhm.
and I guess I'll shoot with my phaser rifle.
Okay, who are you shooting?
I think it's only right that I take out my own counterpart.
Yeah. He's
so I
probably a
shall-
little bit more dangerous than the
Yeah.
kitty man.
Yeah,
It's true.
so I shall take on
Are we shooting to kill or
Zombie
stun
Dave.
here?
We'll go stun, shall we? Although they seem to
think
just
so.
be attacking, so should we? They're going to come again. If we stun them, they're going to wake up and come back.
But not for a while, potentially.
Okay.
I mean, if we
stun.
stun them, we
I'm
could
good.
just we can have a look at their biology and have a look and see if Nifdots can whip up like a sedative that will keep them down for longer.
Or tie him up.
Okay, so I shall stun Zombie
So
Dave.
non-lethal. This is, I believe, it's daring and security.
Daring and security.
Is that right?
It's control and security,
Oh,
unless
control and
it's
security, yeah.
melee.
Difficulty 2.
Yeah,
It's daring and security
Okay,
if it's
control.
melee and you're opposed task. That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Control security then. Difficulty
That's-
1.
16 I have for that. Yeah.
Very good.
And I have a 4 and a 2.
Fantastic. So 2 successes. Your phaser shot rings true through the hallway and tackles Zombie Dave. Crack in the chest. As it hits him, he evaporates and just goes.
Oh.
And you hear from
Hi,
the reproduction room the sound of the portal going.
Oh.
It respawns.
Uh-oh.
Instant respawn.
We're now going
That's-
to who's next? Zombie Bokar. Zombie Bokar is standing right in front of Esteban. Zombie Bokar is going to do a melee attack. So this is going to be a opposed task. So daring and security for both of us. Whoever gets the high, and this is difficulty 1. Whoever gets the most successes. Okay. Sorry.
I do too.
Go on,
All right. Let's see. Daring and security. What the heck is it? I got no successes.
No successes. I don't know what to do here.
Oh.
Zombie Bokar got a 1 and a 20. So I've got a feeling. So here's what I'm going to do. He's going to take a swipe and he's going to do. Well, yeah, we roll for damage in this one. So let me roll for a bit of melee damage. I'll just do 2 dice. Actually, he only does 1 stress to you. 1 stress. So but as he swipes, he falls, and he is now prone on the floor in front of you. So he will have to spend an extra action, a major action, to get up again. Let's go over to Nifdox. Nifdox, it is your turn.
Okay, so there are only the 2 so there's Boca. Dave's gone. We know it sounds like
Dave's respawned, as far as we
he's
know.
not here yet. So
No.
it's just the 2 zombies?
One.
So-
Boca.
Yeah.
So Boca's left, the only one left.
Yeah.
And he's on the floor.
I would suggest maybe using some sort of less harmful tactic so that he doesn't explode or vaporize. We can maybe subdue him and just
Yeah,
save him, respawn him, basically.
You have
I
like
was
a
gonna say-
hypo spray
Yeah,
of
hypo
a sedative.
spray, yeah.
And
worst case,
yeah.
he respawns, which, fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I go in with just like a hypospray sedative, see if that does anything different.
Okay. I'm going to treat this as
And
a melee
okay,
task.
worst case, it does nothing, but he's on the ground, so
Sure. I'm
There's
going
less
to give you
danger.
a melee task, but it's not going to be reciprocated because he is currently prone. So it'll be control security. No, sorry, daring security difficulty 1 just from yourself. It's a fairly easy one, and I won't roll for him.
daring security. Too many tabs open. Daring security difficulty 1, good because I only have a 9. So, Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, first, okay. In combat mode, do talents, focuses, all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
That's still
potential?
fine. You can still do
Okay.
that.
Okay. So
I think
It's
you
not
should
a
argue
medicine
that you
roll.
can use medicine because you're using a hypospray.
I mean, I'll try to argue that, or is it like a hard rule that this is what combat is and I can't change it?
No. If you are still applying a medicine, he is down prone, so and he is not resisting. So I've given you because he rolled that 20. That is kind of going to be the advantage I give you here because he's not going to resist. So I'm going to say, yeah, absolutely, you can treat it as like you are sedating someone that's fallen flat on their face and they're not going to have time to react. You can definitely get a in there.
All right, then I think I have a good argument for this as a medicine task.
Fantastic. Sorry, daring and medicine you want to go for.
Probably.
I think that's
considering-
reasonable versus security, and he's not hitting him with something.
I feel
Yeah.
like okay, I'm going to use the same argument I used with stars, which has made him angry at me.
I'm here. I'm good.
I'm sorry. And that you are in a combat situation, so I'm still going to say it's security because you are looking to disable your foe as opposed to treat your foe. So this is still security.
I'm looking to disable many unruly patients in the line of my work.
I'm still going to say this is security. I told you I was going to be a bit more hard ass this episode. I told you I was going to be.
Yeah.
This is just how idle spends threat without spending threat.
Yes.
Got to be innovative.
All right.
And it's only difficulty
Disable
1,
him.
yeah?
Yeah. If it was a harder
Okay.
roll, I'd
What-
accept your arguments maybe a little bit more, but we're on difficulty.
Yeah. And also one of my talents simply would potentially change the difficulty, but it's 1, so I can't reduce it.
You can reduce to 0. It is possible.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me reread the... So... no, it needs to be a medicine task anyway.
Which it isn't.
No, it's not. No cultural... Okay, what about focus?
Well, if you're
All right,
security,
you may argue that this is still security,
Mhm.
fine, but to me this is still patient care. I am still treating something. It might be in a combative environment, which is why you don't let me roll med, but I still get the focus increase.
If it was anything but difficulty 1, I'd probably allow it because it's security. I'm being so obnoxious here. But this is you are in a combat scenario. You are looking to disable as opposed to treat.
Yeah, but he's
You
a
can do
patient.
it.
I'm a doctor. He's a patient first. I'm a doctor.
What are you doing? You're sedating him, not curing him
Yeah.
of his zombiness.
No, but sedation is one of the many, like the prime tool in a doctor's.
Call me
Like
out if I'm being
philosophy,
too obnoxious
they-
on this, but I feel like this is still a combat encounter because we are in combat. They are attacking you, and you are looking to deliver the final, just out of my way. You were using it in a combat situation as opposed to a medical treatment situation.
Sure, but I'm also choosing not to use my mobile agonizer or something more combative against
I'm
him.
choosing not to kick many people in the nuts every day. But,
I'm
that
treating
makes me
him
the
as a
better person.
patient. I'm treating him as a patient.
All right, fine.
Hurrah.
It's a difficulty 1. I'm not going to argue with this.
I know. Okay, good. I got a 5 and a 12. So
Fine.
1 success.
You, the result's the same. You apply the sedative to the back, and he, again, like Tholian Bokar, evaporates. And similar to Tholian Dave, you hear the machine thrum up into the other room. And as that happens, you notice that a figure or 2 appears in the doorway of the resurrection room, of the reproduction room, and it is now 2 copies of Zombie Dave have now emerged through the doorway, but they are quite some distance away from the other one. That
So they're
is
a bit
nifty. Next turn,
dupery.
it is Esteban.
all right. So I froze for a second there. So what happened to the? Is he sedated? Sorry.
He did sedate him. He evaporated and disappeared, and there are now
So
2
exact
zombie...
same thing happened.
Yeah, but there are now
Okay.
two zombie Daves in the doorway of the reproduction room.
All right.
You heard the machine throw 'em up again.
Are we at the end of the hallway? Is there?
No,
we've
actually, I do have a map. Hang on. You are.
We've gone to all the
this?
rooms.
No, this is
I
so.
think, now.
There's no spoilers on her, is there? No. Let me try and see if you can see that with the numbers. So you are in room 7. Hang on. Is 7? 7 is reproduction, and you are in 4. So if I show you that there. So 4 is... Yeah, you are at the end of the hallway, and 7 is kind of midway at the bottom. So you see that?
If
Sorry,
no
podcast
one, if
listeners.
both Daves are therefore they're not with us anymore. We see them coming, but they're not here.
No.
Are we still in combat?
Yes.
All right. So we've been in all the rooms. Should we while we have a second, should we examine the cube?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Have a good quick scan of it.
I'll make this an easy one as well because you now have the cube in your hands as well.
Yeah.
So hang on. Just give me. I mean, do you know what? No, I'm not even going to make a roll. You do a scan of it and you find it is a completely, perfectly cuboid neutronium square of metal, of neutronium, essentially. There is nothing, no access points, nothing. It is smooth on all sides. There is nothing there.
Did all the stuff that was orbiting and moving around gravitationally, none of that stopped
Nope. That's
moving? Well, all right. And there was nothing else in that
no.
in
But
Lagrange.
when the
Okay.
cube and when Dave hit the floor, all the lights went red.
Okay. Were there any consoles, or are the walls all
Nothing else. No. Everything is described.
smooth?
It's like the other rooms, a pure white cubed room with these various things in, because our narrator is lazy and doesn't want to give you any environmental details.
Okay, so I feel like the immediate threat is going to be the duplication of all of these Daves and Bokas. So I would like to suggest that we blow up the tubes.
Probably makes most sense, yeah.
Get the 2 Daves out of the way, and then go into that room, throw one of the explosives, and blow them up. But they're in the way, so can I please shoot them with the big gun? It's my turn.
If that's
I would
what
like
you
to
wanna
shoot them.
do, yeah, absolutely. So big gun. I never gave stats to the big gun. How about we make it up as we go? No. I'll tell you what. I'll find something big that I can use. Let me find damage.
Everything's made of neutronium, so I'm not going to blow a hole in the station. I just want to evaporate these 2 Daves.
Here we go. Weapons. Let's treat
so we
this
can get access to the room and blow it up.
Yeah. So keep in mind these 2 are presumably going to turn into 4 kind of immediately.
Right, but they move slow. By the time we get in there, they're not going to be very, very close to us.
Yeah.
What would you say is an appropriate weapon here, Stars? I'm thinking of something like Worf's bazooka from...
Worf's bazooka.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'll
if you
take
got
it.
stats for that, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking area. Probably 4... I mean, we're still on first edition rules, so I'm going to say 4d6 area effect if you want to do that by spending momentum. Is that right? Area.
We have max momentum, don't we?
You 5 momentum.
Okay, almost max.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, okay, area says the attack several targets at once. The attack automatically affects any character or damageable object within reach of the initial target. So the reach is currently medium. And then 1 additional target within close range of the initial target for each effect roll. So they are within close range. So I will say if you hit 1, if you roll an effect which is 5 or 6 and they are within close range, which they are, you will get another one as well. So I'm going to say that's the closest thing we can get to this effect.
Okay. Would the damage spill into the room and kill the 2 Boka twins by chance?
The Boka twins.
Yeah, how big's the room? Are they in medium range of the initial?
From, without confirming what you have or have not seen, if there were a Boka twins, they would be medium range from the Dave twins. So they are currently probably out of the damage radius of this blast. But if you can, give me a control and security task at difficulty 2. It is quite a large cannon you have got, so if you would like someone to assist to hold it for you, as you
Yeah,
as you shoot, then that's fine.
Would anyone like to hold it? Help me hold it, like the back of it. We'll do like a Power Rangers thing, where they hold like the big cannon, 2 people. Anyone?
I have a security of
Sounds
1,
like
so I'm probably not used to help.
Security of 1.
It sounds like probably a
Dave,
Dave thing.
What were we doing?
Hey,
Sorry, I was distracted slowly.
Yeah. Can you assist with the control plus security roll?
Control security, I sure can. Control is 11, security is 5. Well, am I assisting? Yeah, so 1 dice.
Just 1, yeah. And I will.
Ooh,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
18.
Okay, that's not helpful. I was going to ask if I should buy a momentum so we can actually do this, but yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 2
Yeah, that was
successes.
premature.
2 successes. Okay, that's fine. What did you roll? Was it 4d6? I said.
Okay.
See if you get any
Yep.
effects.
What are
Keep
the...
in mind, it's not 4d6, it's 4d6 plus the security
Oh,
discipline of
that's
the character.
Yes. So.
Oh,
You want to?
so I get to roll 6.
Yes.
If your
All right.
security is 2, then yeah, you'd be rolling
What
2
are the
additional
deltas on these ones again? Deltas are an
effects.
effect?
Yes. Effect.
Yeah.
All right, I got 3 effects, 1 damage, and 2 blanks. I'm guessing that's a nothing.
Fantastic. No, that's fine. With it, you got at least 1 effect. So you've hit your target and you've hit the one next to him. So as soon as the blast reverberates down the corridor in quite an impressive fashion, far louder than the actual beam of light that emanates from the charge from VADE's former cannon, you see the 2 Tholian... No, hang on. I've got to get myself right. The 2 Tholian Daves... Was it Dave that came out? No, hang on. That's right. Bob
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dave.
Yeah, it was Dave.
Zombie
Killed first.
Daves.
That's right. The 2 Tholian
Yeah.
Daves disappear, and you do hear the thrum of the... let's call it a replicator starting up from the other room. I'm going to
Reproductive
say,
tubes.
since you cannot see any targets right now, you are out of combat. Until you do see a target, you will be in combat. But we will use the same roll, so we're not rolling again. In
Alright.
which case, it
So
will be
we
Bokka's move next time if you want to plan for that.
We have a sense that they are going to be coming back, so can I hand an explosive to Boka since it's his turn and he can go in and
Absolutely.
chuck it in there? Here!
I'll probably be bad with it because I have a bad security, but sure.
Well, it's your turn, so, I mean, otherwise they're going to get closer to us and we won't be able to blow it up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like I say, it's not your turn until I'm playing with the rules a little bit here, but it's not
We're
your
not
turn
in
until
combat right now,
starts.
though,
So you've
guys,
got a
yeah.
little bit of time to sort of free for all and work something out if
Oh,
you want
should we
to
think about it?
formulate a plan. But we will use the same combat order, and it will be as soon as you see someone, it will be Bokka's turn next.
Well, yeah.
So could
All
we perhaps argue then, as we're not in combat, if you give the grenade to, say, Dave with the better security roll, he can go ahead and just like go down the corridor and chuck it because we're not in
Okay.
combat. This is just an action we're taking, right?
Yeah.
And then we get that way better security to do our attack
I
because
will
it's
allow,
not a combat
I will
attack.
allow
It's
a flying dive past the room to lob one in. Certainly.
Yes!
If you want.
Yeah.
And we'll say control security. Well, let me have a look. Hang on a second. I'm going to say maybe daring and security for this because, well, actually no. Sorry, I'm telling you what to do again. You tell me what you're doing. I'm trying not to run
gonna-
you guys.
Dave, here, take this explosive. Throw it in
Thank
that
you.
room.
I'm
Please do.
going to run past that room and throw it into that room.
Daringly?
Very daringly.
security.
Daringly.
Daringly.
Okay.
Daringly and security.
Daring security difficulty 2, please. Okay.
Or are you control security-ing it? Which one's your better roll?
No. I'm daring securitying it.
Okay.
Are there
So that
any
gives me
ones-
17.
With much bravado.
And I
Bravado.
also, with my hand-to-hand combat. Aye, right.
Hand to hand.
With I've got to focus in hand-to-hand combat. No,
It's
it's
not
not really
hand-to-hand
hand-to-hand, is it?
No.
Okay.
Hand a grenade
Grenade
combat.
combat, certainly.
Yeah. Survival.
Focus in track
Yeah.
and field. Hmm?
I'll accept track and field
Yeah.
if you've got it. Perfectly.
Not this time. Yeah,
Nah,
I think
okay.
yeah. Why don't you Why don't you grab a momentum just to be sure that this works? Because otherwise, we're gonna have a
Okay.
lot of zombie
Yeah,
replicants coming at us.
Yeah, taking dice cool.
I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. We're going?
Yep.
We're going. Okay, that is 3 successes.
Sweet.
Nice. You get one back.
6, 9, 15.
Nice.
Now, if he says these tubes are indestructible,
I never said
I
that.
still have one more explosive.
I never said that. So you've managed to dive. Well, actually, you describe your dive. I'll give you the storytelling.
I sort of went a bit like that, past the door, and I sort of threw the grenade in. It all went bang.
Okay. The grenade hits the tubes and explodes. As you dive past, you do see 4 Tholian Daves, 2 Bokas that are in front of you. The 4 Tholian Daves are still in range of the tubes as the explosive detonates, taking out the tubes as they are. A grand
line of
explosion
Daves.
as these structures shatter into a fine mist, unnaturally so. It's a very odd. And likewise, the 4 Tholian. No, hang on. Tholian Dave. Hang on. I've got this off.
Tholian's Dave.
Tholian's Dave.
yeah, the 4 Tholians, Dave.
Yeah, they all
Zombie
share
Dave.
in parts, but you still do have 2 zombie Bokars to deal with. So we are now back in combat. We're going to go to Bokar for the combat. It is your turn.
Hold on, and you said mist? They disappeared in a mist?
Just into a fine paste that evaporates into the air.
No, was it like perhaps computery? Is this a holodeck?
It is not. No, you don't see any telltale signs of.
Okay, we can't just say
Well, I mean,
computer.
we
I mean,
wouldn't
to be
because
fair-
the holodecks don't exist yet. So
Yeah.
Computer Arch.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot what era we're in.
Well, even the ship that Trip went to when he became pregnant, they
yeah.
had sort of a hollow projector, right? And that was
I'll give you a small spoiler,
Enterprise
guys.
era.
It's not.
I mean, the thing to do is like shoot
Oh,
into
it's
the
not
corner of
awful.
one of the rooms and see if you see like a grid pattern appear.
Oh yeah, good point. All right,
Where's Wolf's brother?
Boca shoot
Anyway,
them.
he gave us a hint and said it's not.
Yeah, just
Ah.
hit there. It's not a holiday.
The wine has
You're
hit him and
actually
he's
here.
being nice.
right. Do we think I should use the explosive, or should I just phaser these guys?
Yeah, phaser him. I mean, it just takes one hit to vaporize them.
There are
or
2.
Yeah,
whatever.
line them up.
There are
Line
2 of
them up.
them now.
Oh,
Line
okay.
them up.
Can you do one as
Yeah.
a minor and one as a major? No, I don't think you can. I think you can only take 1 shot, can't you?
Hang on a second.
I
just
do
wanna check
agree that we
something.
should keep because we have 1 more explosive remaining, right?
Yeah.
So that I don't think we should not waste, but I don't think we should use it for such a.
Okie doke. I know exactly what I'd like to do. I would like to use my minor action to charge my phaser. And then I would like to try and apply the area effect, and then I want to go for a control and security roll on those 2. My control and security is a 12.
You have 5 momentum.
Yeah, that's probably gonna use that. Would I also be able to use my focus in composure?
Sure. Perfect use.
Cool.
You look composed.
Oh, actually, you know what? I don't even need to use the focus because I only got 1, so that's fine. Okay, doke.
Did you not put the phaser on wide beam?
Yeah, that's area.
That's essentially what I'm doing. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
area does. Yeah.
All right. It's my phaser, so treat it good.
Oh, it's gonna explode in my hand.
Hold it
Sorry.
every day.
That is a big old load of nothing. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Wah, wah.
straight in here. So your phase, you're composed. You're so composed, but no fault from yourself for the firing. But the zombies managed to trip and fall and stumble past the explosion just as you fire and evade your wide beam shot. So we'll go from Boca back to the top of the order. Would be Zombie Dave, but he is now gone. So it's now down to
All
regular
of them.
Dave.
Okay, so I'm now taking on these 2 Bokars.
And you are
Do the
right
phaser
next to
rifles
them.
have the same option? Like,
Sorry?
can they charge and do the phaser rifles have the same option? Can they charge and then do an area
That's a
effect?
good question.
Because ideally, we'd like to hit both of them at once and get rid of them.
Phaser rifles have. They do have charge. Yes, they have accurate and charge. So yeah, you can use that.
Could I use my hand-to-hand combat and take them both out?
He has
I'll
Doing
multiple
an
arms.
unarmed strike. How are you taking them both out? So, bearing in mind you have seen a hypo spray take one of them out quite easily. Tell me how you are going to be taking both of them out.
I hadn't thought that far ahead. I was just thinking it's kind of I've got multiple appendages I could sort of
Cool.
jump towards and take them out with
You
various
can do
appendages.
a flying shung.
I'm gonna do a flying star jump. Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like that. I'm gonna twist this a little bit, and we're gonna go for. Let's do.
No, it's gonna be like the freaking Nietzscheans in the Andromeda thing, and he's gonna do the dumb arm spikes.
Oh man, no stars pisses off when he's referencing one of the worst pilots of all time. Give me daring security difficulty 2. We'll do the standard.
Daring security is 17. I'm using my talent in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Do I want to use
assisting
momentum?
with,
How many
with
momentum have we
a
got?
shoulder rub and a "you got this, buddy."
But which shoulder? He has multiple appendages.
You're not next to him as well. You're actually on the other side of the hallway.
Okay,
He did the diving.
I'll allow that, even though I'm not the one that gives permissions. I'll allow that.
Fair enough.
How many momentum do we currently have?
5.
You've
Oh, no.
got this, Dave.
Yeah, 5 actually. Did
probably
you not
would be
use one in
fine.
the last roll? No, I don't think you did actually in the end.
We got it back.
I
He had
did,
3.
yeah.
You did, yes. So okay, that's 4. So yeah, you have 4 momentum.
So I use momentum just to make sure I take these two guys out.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, why not? We can always just give idle threat.
Clear the
That
decks.
too.
Ooh, it's a good job we did because I got a 20, a 10, and an 18.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
That's not
two
good.
successes.
Sorry.
2 successes?
How?
Mm,
I
what
thought
did
you were
roll?
17.
Oh, I am 17. You're right.
Yeah. So it was 1
Yeah.
success.
Can you re-roll any dice by like paying threat or anything?
I
Or-
will give you success at a cost. I will say you managed to take out one of the Bokars with your swipe, but as you fell with the 20, you crack, you land and you hear a crack and you realise part of your EV suit has ruptured. So you are now prone and you.
Is that just the outer EV suit, not the inner EV
got
suit?
two.
I'm
I
wearing?
thought you were wearing
Yeah,
this
that's
too.
right.
Okay, yeah, just the outer one. Fine. Yeah, you're exposed to the elements that everyone else is, but also as protracted into the inner one as well, and part of your superheated gas is starting to escape. So unless very soon it is not treated, you will be suffering some stress and injuries. Let's move on to who's next. Zombie Boka. There is one Zombie Boka left. He is going to look at you, Dave, on the floor and go, and he is going to roll. He's going to take a swipe at you with what was a melee attack? I can never remember this conflict task. Daring and security difficulty 1. Oh, he's going to miss horribly. I got an 18 and 19 there. So he's going to go,
Ooh.
and he's just going to swipe at the air. And that's his go. Zombie Boka 14 is now Niftox.
Okay, so sorry, what was the condition of remaining Boka? Zombie Boka?
Intact.
Intact. So
Hyper
Shoot
spray
him.
again.
are we in, so we're in combat now?
Still in combat, yes.
So I can move closer because I'm not, like you said, we're the rest of us are further away. So I move down the hall is my minor action. And I mobile agonize him
Okay,
because
cool.
that's the only weapon I have.
All right, you're applying this mobile agonizer straight onto him. That's going to be, I'm going to say that's going to be daring security difficulty 2. We'll go standard.
Daring security difficulty 2. What's our momentum?
3.
I should definitely buy 1 because I only have a 9 on this,
Okay.
guys. So,
Sure.
Clear the decks. That's what we want.
yeah.
At least no more of them are coming.
Yeah.
We hope.
that we know of. Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. I also have a phaser type 2. I forgot that's in my main weapon section, not my other equipment section. I apologize.
That's why you
Is
have to
there
shoot it.
is it any better if I use the phaser?
I mean, it's kind of guaranteed if you use the phaser, isn't it?
The phaser will be. Let's have a look. That will be daring. Sorry, that will be control and security.
Control and security. That's a better roll. I'm using my phaser. I forgot I had that.
Are you still spending a dice?
I should still probably spend a dice to be safe,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, just clear the deck.
3 dice. Going for the 11 or better. I rolled a 1
Ooh.
and a 10 and a 19.
So you got a point back. That was 3 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Correct. Awesome. You got a point back. Well done. So your phaser blast rings through the hallway, tackling this last zombie Bokar in the chest, and he disappears into a fine mist. As you guys are reeling in the end of the combat, you see the hallway itself start to disappear and fade. The rooms themselves all start to swirl away, and you realise you're in not so much a hallway or any part of this area, but more in an ethereal sphere. The image of a being starts to float in front of you, and you can't quite make it out. It all starts to play with your cognitive reasoning abilities, and some people can see elements of their god, other people can see elements of their devil or other parts of their parentage. It's a very fluid shape that sorts morphs to whatever the user's primary forms of worship are, you know. So say for the Andorians, you see more the ice creatures that inhabit the lower caves. For the Tholians, you see a molten beast that comes towards you, that formed the very fragments of your being. And this creature speaks to all of you in a different way, but you all hear the same thing. And they say, "You have been here not long, but you have seen all our tests. You have seen our test of people. You have seen our test of compassion. You have seen our test of obstruction. You have failed that test. You have seen our test of gravity. You passed that one. You have seen our test of learning. You have seen our test of revival. You have seen our test of detriment, and you have seen our test of information. Although we established that you are indeed sentient creatures, you are not indeed on the same scale as us. We deem you worthy, but the other being, the one who calls herself Talar, was also worthy. Our greatness is hard to quantify. This system was a test, but we do not know who won. And before you realise, you see Talar is almost sort of beamed into the same area or location or sensory receptive area. The walls between reality and your consciousness are starting to merge as this being is starting to impact the various walls of what you deem to be real. And you realise that one of you, and she said, and she, I'm assuming a gender, the she here. That's probably the word I'm using. It's the one you can describe the most. This one wants to purge. What do you want to do?
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, this one wants to purge, like destroy us because we weren't successful enough.
She is motioning towards Talar. This one.
So Talar wants to purge something.
Oh wait, sorry. Talar appeared and the entity appeared, and they're different.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So the entity appeared and summoned Talar. She described all the different tests you did.
And which one did you say we failed?
A hallway, essentially. The one room you didn't have anything
The
to do.
obstruction.
Oh, okay.
So none of us are really in charge here because we're all equivalent rank, so no one really speaks for us. So what do you think we should say? What do we
Well,
want to do here? We want
kind of-
knowledge. We want exploration. We want
I'm
baseball.
guessing we don't want to purge.
This one wants to purge. You do not want to purge. Who is the superior being? This one solved all our challenges. This one is one. You are many. Yet you did not.
The trial never ends.
The trial never ends, mon capitan. No, not quite
This is-
like that.
This is an equitable court.
No.
What should we say to entity lady?
We should ask the entity what is being purged.
Yeah, what does she want to purge?
The system is ready to purge. We have the anomaly ready. But this test was designed for you, natives of the local planet. Only you can decide whether you deserve to live or deserve to die.
But we're not natives of the local planet.
No, they don't seem to know that.
Yeah.
Should
All right,
we
so
try
we're huddled up now. We're discussing what we're going to respond with.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
Um,
You appear to be huddled. I will allow this.
so, we can try to give a good, Federation ideals speech. We accept that we may have failed a couple parts of this test, but that our ideals of exploration and growth and learning,
and
And
tolerance?
no being is perfect, and all
Yeah.
beings make mistakes.
yeah,
And learning
and
from
we
those
can-
mistakes.
Exactly. We can grow from this. We're not ready to give up. We don't think that our any amount of failure should counteract all the successes we had, and the fact that we want to learn and grow.
And
Take
also that
our-
no single being should have the right to decide the fate of an entire species or planet's worth of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The species on the planet still has room to grow, and if they're purged, then they have all this unrealized potential.
Or we could go down a different route and explain that we're not the species on the local planet. And Talar is not. Is it Talar?
Yeah.
Isn't from
So,
the local planet.
okay. Say just we're not from here, man.
So what?
But see, then that doesn't
actually,
sound very Federation-y.
I was
'cause I
very
think we'd
moved by
still stick
Nifty's
up for the
speech, and
local
then I
people.
was just like,
Yes.
let's go.
No, I think the Federation speech is probably that's a very
Yeah.
Picardian thing to do.
We're gonna Picard this shit.
You're gonna Picard this shit. I will let you
with
roll.
with definitely a soupçon of Kirk, though.
The risk is our business. Yeah. Definitely.
No art.
I'm going to drop the difficulty to low. Give me definitely reason and a discipline of your choice. If you can give that speech
My highest-
again in a very
Let
nifty,
Nifty do
in
it.
a very
Okay, so my highest reason roll is a 15 with medicine, which
I don't have anything better than that.
12's my best with reason.
Volka?
Oh, sorry.
what's your best reason roll?
My
Yeah, reason plus any discipline of your choice. What's
anything.
the highest roll?
Your highest roll with reason.
14 would be my reason in engineering. I don't. We've gone down this route before. We don't know. We know that engineering is a very specific medium, so I'm not.
Yeah, and is
Nifty.
there a world? Is there a world idol where I can argue medicine?
They said any discipline of your choosing.
I did say
He did.
that, yeah. I because
But I also
you,
saw his reaction when I said medicine earlier. So
you moved me with your speech, and I moved. So if you can give that speech again and move our viewers the same way you moved me, and move your inhabitant being here to convince them then yes, I will allow medicine. So please, a good speech.
Okay, thank you. With my focus in counseling, that's clearly that part of my medicine is, and my talent in cultural flexibility.
Cultural.
Boom.
I tell you what, I will give you cultural flexibility over counseling. I will give you
Yeah.
that over the other one. So
One's a talent, one's a focus, mind you.
I'll give you the talent, not the focus, because you're not.
Okay.
You're not telling this person how to deal with it with their
Yeah.
issues. You are explaining yourself.
So hold on. Let me remind myself what cultural flexibility does. I get to lower the difficulty by 1.
I mean, it was a difficulty one anyway, wasn't it?
Zero.
I know.
Fine.
So
Fine,
difficulty
it's
0.
Zero. I mean, we're there now. So go on. But you have to give the speech. The speech is needed.
Right. So
Give us your best shot.
dearest being, we have taken your test, and in your eyes, we have failed. However, we feel that this test can tell you more about us than you seem to think it does. We are an organization of beings and species who are united by a love of exploration and understanding and growth. And while we may not have been perfect in your eyes, we also know that we are not perfect in our own eyes. However, that imperfection leads us to want to be better for ourselves, and more importantly, for the galaxy. For instance, the inhabitants of this planet here, we do not know them, they are not us, but we still feel a responsibility for them. And we feel that we need to stand up and protect them. So a purging is only going to remove this galaxy of all that species may have to offer, something that we do not stand for, because we stand for understanding and growth.
The being. Absolutely. The being turns to Talar, and Talar looks up and goes, "No!" And very, obviously, her being a Vulcan is like, "No, we have done everything perfectly. We are perfect beings. We demand this perfect technology to be ourselves. We have completed all the tests we need to harness the energy of this black hole, to bring power to the Federation, to bring judgment over everyone we have gone. It is only logical that we have passed your tests and that we receive the benefits of the technology and the being that can warp mere space and time with a thought." Looks at Talar and says, "You poor being, you do not understand what it means to grow." And she does something the equivalent of clicking of a finger or of a snapping of a thought, and Talar and her two and her two equivalent beings disappear. She turns to the 4 of you and goes, "It appears we weren't ready yet to unleash our technology to your kind. Although we were built and emerged from the ashes of everything it has..." Sorry, my son is now at the top of the stairs. "Yes, mate." Alright, yeah, you can, mate. You can do it.
All right, mate.
What are you talking about, Daddy?
Sorry, yeah, right in the middle of that. He's having trouble sleeping. We say, like, you're having trouble sleeping. He comes down and he goes, like, "I can't sleep." "Yes, you can." He goes, "Oh, yeah, okay, I can." He never settles until we go to bed. Anyway, so the being turns and goes, "You may be imperfect beings, and maybe we were too rash to try and ascend your species to..." And bearing in mind, she still thinks you are the Ithic. Maybe we were too rushed to expect these high controls in such a small space of time. Maybe this technology should be locked away further, and maybe you should develop it for yourselves. You have shown that imperfection can breed greatness, for without our flaws we know nothing more than ourselves. Without the things we have inside ourselves, the less we can grow. We will return another time. However, there will be a cost at some point, and we will return to test you again, to see if everyone is ready for our level of humbleness, of compassion. And with that, you see everything around you starts to disintegrate. You start to panic as everything sort of starts to fall away from you, wondering, "Oh no, am I going to get trapped in space?" But You soon discover that the interior of the USS Lexington's bridge starts to emerge around you as you realise you are reassembled onto there, with Ensign Charles still singing at the top of his voice. What the fuck? And a now revived Lieutenant Evade, resurrected from his inert state, stumbles up and goes, "Oh my word! What happened? We went to the station. Nothing else happened. What was over there?" And you realise that the being has transported you all back. And as you look on the screen at the giant alien station that was a planet-sized, almost mini Dyson sphere, starts to fade. Nothing dramatic, nothing amazing. Just simply vanishes into the depths of space. Not even a gravitational anomaly. Just simply dissipates. The planet of Ithic untouched, the Abyss Station still there, and everything else as it was. And the captain turns to you and says, "So, good adventure then?" Because he's been out of communication. So, as an epilogue, the Lexington contacts Starfleet to update them about the situation and term a long-term solution about the Ithic, who are now marginally aware of other beings due to Talar integrating herself with the society and talking them into becoming gods with this machine that hovered over them. So now first contact protocols had been breached. Starfleet can use the data from Abyss Station and from this alien station to improve their learning on black holes, anomalies, of robot research. And you also have something on your tricorder that can maybe be used at a future venture to create yourself a little companion in some situation. The black hole still remains in the system. No threat as of yet, unless you get within the parameters. As a threat for future missions, Starfleet has to be wary of the Ithic. Apparently they have some connection to a deeper culture that values them in some high regard. Should they ever think about ascending, that maybe they'd be worth looking at. But as for now, a buoy has been launched. Starfleet has noted this part of the Shackleton Expanse for future endeavours, and the starship warps away. And my last question to all of you is, how are you unwinding after this final adventure? You have beamed back aboard. Well, you've been beamed back aboard, and you've been said. The captain said you've got 2 days off duty. Off you go. What are you doing, Bokar? What's up?
I just want to get a drink, honestly, after all that. Just knock one back. Take it easy.
Yep. Head to the mess. How about you, Niftox? Niftox, what are you doing?
I'm going to join him. And somehow I'm going to apply the mobile agonizer to the drink to make it extra spicy. Because we need it. We need it.
Yeah, agonize the molecules. That'll do it.
Amazing. Esteban.
Yeah, I'm going to grab some engineering tools, and I'm going to make myself a mount on the wall of my quarters and put the giant cannon up there.
Oh,
and
nice.
it's in decoration. It's not charged anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have security work up some sort of like mobile charging option so that I can bring it on future missions. I'm going to put back the other explosive in the armory, and I'm going to go to the mess hall with my compatriots and bring my baseball, and I'm going to have a beer.
Nice.
Dave?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is head to engineering and get Bokar to repair my EV
Oh, of course,
suit.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll just slap some tape on that. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Some of
Then
that goo.
I'm going to take my deck chair. I'm going to go and set up on the hull of the ship with a point.
No, you know
point
what? No, yeah. I was going to say you set up on the hull, but on the outside of the mess, so that we can see you out the window.
yeah, exactly. Have a little wave through the window.
What
Sit there
did
with a pint of
Tholians drink?
cider.
Is there a sort of alcohol that works for Tholians, or do you drink like magma or something?
I think they have something cool, don't they? They reckon that's
It's
the
like a
real
gas
spice, isn't it?
in his suit. Gas in his suit that just
like liquid nitrogen or something.
yeah.
Oh,
And the opposite of what you'd think.
Mm.
And if I could propose a group activity that the scene fades out on, or fades out from.
We're playing poker. Let's play poker.
No, we pull
Cricket.
up our new friend on Stars Tricorder, and we try to see what sort of Tamagotchi type shit we can do here.
Oh,
It's like
little
the start
3D
of the
like,
start of trying to
Star
figure out what we
Wars.
do with our new friend.
Like Star Wars with the little 3D models on the table. We can have a little 3D dog on the table.
Yeah.
And as,
What
as,
is it,
as the camera pans up, you see this little 3D model of the same Rhino device on the table, little holographic model, and it looks up at all your.
Throw him a little
smiles.
holographic bone.
You kind of see a
It
little
was a
emoji
dog, not a
smile
rhino,
on its
wasn't it?
face.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As it fades out, and this ends the adventure through Abyss Station. Would you guys like to know? Oh, congratulations, by the way, guys. Well done for getting through that. Congratulations to all of you. Took a little bit of a different turn. Do you want to know what the things that you missed are in this were? So
Yes,
things
please.
missed and things that I changed, because I always like to do this. Usually this is the kind of shit they put behind Patreon content, but we don't do that here. So
Yes.
you missed a whole section where you could beam to the planet. You didn't actually go to the planet of the natives, which is like about 2 pages in this book.
Yeah.
There was a point where the black hole was going to threaten everyone on the planet, and you had to convince them to evacuate. And there's a whole series of like you have to convince various leaders to evacuate the planet. And the Lexington.
At what point did we miss that?
That was when you decided whether you were going to go to the Abyss Station, the planet, or the Alien Station. You decided to go to the Abyss Station and then the Alien Station. You decided not to go to the planet. So I was like, right.
Nifty's cultural flexibility would have come in really handy with
so
that.
I was like, right, fine. We can work around that. The other thing I got changed is where you had 8 rooms. The idea in the campaign was that you were supposed to have one challenge to get through to the next area. And I decided since you were skipping the planet, I would interpret parts of that planet into 8 different challenges. So instead, it was going to be a multi-room
Multiple choice
idea.
situation.
Like the idea was, if you passed enough of these rooms, you would pass this challenge of.
Rather than having to pass each room to move on to the next one.
There would only be one room. There would only be one room you'd have to pass the challenge.
Oh, right.
This whole campaign is literally a brief note. There is no like specific details other than a couple of things like booby traps and things that I mentioned. But the other thing was at the end of this, I put in the being that controls the station to ascend. Like the idea was that the people on the planet in the book were descended from the people of this station, and they were testing them to come back to retake the station in order to sort of reintegrate with their history. The actual thing that should have occurred was you guys would have failed this mission no matter what. What was supposed to happen was no matter what happened with any of the stations, the black hole would activate and sterilize the planet, and you would have to report that to Starfleet.
Oh.
I felt that was very bleak, so I was a bit like, I want to give you guys a chance to kind of pass some of these rooms, which most of them you kind of, you did in your own ways. They were like, there was no details on what the robot was. It's that there is an alien guard in this. Literally, the line says a single alien guardian robot intent on fighting. And that's all. That's what I said. Right, I'm going to build this robot and see what you guys do with it. And you decided, right, we're going to save this consciousness. You did this in a very Starfleet way, so that was great. So just the differences in what this campaign said and what we did. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys did.
Fun. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun. Good fun.
Awesome.
We did take 30 minutes to decide whether or not we were going to go in a room or not.
Actually, I was listening back this morning to the last episode just to sort of catch up. And you did guys spend 45 minutes trying to subdue VADE, but you have VADE, a little hologram on your desk with whatever you may do with him in the future. For we have
exactly. What's 45 minutes to have a lifetime of friendship?
Indeed.
Yeah.
You've impressed a race of beings, even though they think you're still the Ithic. You've still impressed them. So.
Of course.
Even though I literally told them we weren't. Wow.
They weren't listening. Thank you guys for
passion. What's it?
Yeah.
Actually, kind of nifty. You do have a bit of a Paul Wesley about you. A little bit of Paul Wesley in there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the I think it's the stubble.
Give that man a hot dog.
Yeah. Give him two. No condiments, weirdly.
I'll be in Toronto in 2 weekends.
Yep.
So
guys, book your tickets. See Nifty.
I can check in.
Get your autograph. Oh, okay. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. I believe you and me, Stars, are going to be playing some more away team. Let's see how many Chad Bolian engineers we can get to throw grenades at walls this time.
I'm down. I'm way down.
But no, honestly, thank you, Nifty, Cranky, Genos, Stars. Thank you very much. We will be doing this again. I believe we're going to be continuing the adventures of the Shackleton Expanse onto the next mission, which will be a proper mission. This was a side mission. We'll go for one of the proper missions next time. Let's see what you guys do with VADE. I'm intrigued. To see what you're going to do with him and everything else. But on that note, we will see you soon. Please sign up for our YouTube, all that stuff, our Discord, all the things are in the link. Come and join us. We'll see you next time.
Hold on.
Long and prosper.
Hold on. Speaking for Cranky.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
You know, he's right.
And all that kind of stuff. If you like us, that's great. I'm glad you like us. If you don't like us, don't leave comments.
Subscribe and show us why.
Please show us why. Explain in detail what we're doing exactly wrong to the minute. No. I think we're the only people that's running that. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Live long, prosper, and hurrah.
What about you, Hooker?
Well, I was thinking about Tahiti. What'd you have in mind?
I was thinking about dinner at my place about 8 o'clock. Why don't you make it 7? You can help me find a place to kill some new plants.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I know you can cook?
Hooker, trust me.
Trust me. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh, look.